Ready to go. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing. This is testing for City TV and should be right on time.
Two minutes. I'm hearing my name. One minute. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. 5. Hey, good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming to the Toronto Police Headquarters. Today, Detective Sergeant Henri Marsman will provide an update to Homicide 32 from 2023. Detective Sergeant.
Good morning, and thank you for coming. As you may recall, Friday, July 7th, 2023, just after 12, Karolina Huebner-Makurat was killed by a stray bullet. This is the 7-month anniversary of that homicide. She's walking in her neighborhood in the Queen Street East and Carlew Avenue area. There was a physical altercation between 3 males that we believe was a robbery, and it escalated into violence when 2 men brandished handguns and exchanged gunfire. This resulted in the death of Karolina, who was an innocent bystander. On July 13th, 2023, we announced the arrest of Damien Hudson, 32, who was charged with second-degree murder. On August 14th, we arrested Ahmed Mustafa Ibrahim, 20, of Toronto, and he was charged with manslaughter, robbery, and failed to comply with probation. Today, we're identifying the third and last suspect involved in the altercation. And we're requesting the public's assistance in locating Ahmed Ali, 19, of Toronto, who's wanted on a Canada-wide warrant for manslaughter and robbery with a firearm. Today, we are releasing images of Ahmed Ali, who is male black, 6 feet tall, approximately 130 pounds, with a thin build and long dark hair worn in braids. We're asking anyone who knows of Ahmed Ali's whereabouts to please contact police at 416-7400 or contact Crime Stoppers anonymously at 416-222-TIPS. Thank you, and I'll take any questions.
Detective, can you speak any more to the involvement or non-involvement of the community health center? We know that there were allegations against one of the workers there. Have you spoken any further to leadership there? And can we expect anything else to come of their involvement in your homicide investigation?
We've talked about the health center in the past, and I won't reiterate what's been said. I'm simply investigating a murder, and these three people, we believe, were involved in the drug trade and had an altercation as a result of that.
And does this include the people of interest that your team is hoping to locate?
We never stop investigating, and we will be investigating anyone that assisted Mr. Ali in avoiding justice.
Do you have any idea of where he may be at? Do you know if he's left the city or the province?
We believe he's fled the jurisdiction and is out of the country.
Sergeant, can you just go back and paint us a picture of who Mr. Hudson is in relation to your allegations, who the second suspect is who was charged with manslaughter, and who Mr. Ali is allegedly, so we have a better understanding of the fight that allegedly led to this gunfight next to the health center?
Well, Mr. Hudson was charged with second-degree murder, whereas Mr. Ibrahim and Mr. Ali are facing charges of manslaughter. Our theory is that Mr. Ibrahim and Mr. Ali were together and attacked Mr. Hudson.
Were they all armed? Or was it just Mr. Hudson that you allege fired shots that day?
There was an exchange of gunfire.
So do you believe all three of these suspects were armed, or two?
Two.
So was Mr. Ali one of the alleged shooters?
Mr. Ali is charged with robbery with a firearm
I thought he was also facing manslaughter.
and manslaughter.
So is he unarmed according to your
Well,
theory?
I charged him with robbery with a firearm, so I think you answered that
So
question.
the second suspect then?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
When you say he's left the jurisdiction, and you believe he left the country, do you have an idea what country, whereabouts, what quadrant?
We believe he's in Somalia.
How is it that he was able to leave the country when he was an active suspect in the murder investigation?
At the time, he wasn't a suspect. He wasn't on our radar. Since we've identified him and we've done background checks, we realized he had left shortly after the murder.
What led you to actually identify him, and what explained the gap between when this happened and then identifying him as a possible suspect?
Well, this is a complex investigation involving many suspects, and we had to seek numerous judicial authorizations, and getting the results of those takes time. Then we have to collate them, analyze them, and that led us to Mr. Ali, and then we had to be satisfied that we had reasonable grounds to believe that he was the person involved.
Can you talk about the challenges of now trying to track him down in a country, or in this case, Somalia?
Well, we're making efforts through our partners with Interpol, and we do have a Canada-wide warrant.
Can you speak to the robbery with a firearm charge? Does that relate to the drug transaction, or what are you alleging he?
Well, that relates to the altercation,
Why robbery?
because we believe it was a robbery.
Do you know what they were, do you know what, yes, what were they attempting to steal?
Either drugs or money,
Or both?
or both.
Okay. From us.
That's correct.
Obviously, you have pictures there. Was Ali known to police?
Ali was known to police, yes.
And under what previous encounters?
I can't mention those.
Was he ever on bail?
I can't mention, I won't go any further into his history.
Was he ever on bail? Because you stated that with the other suspects.
All I'm going to say is he's known to police.
What about the status of the other three accused? We understand that, I don't know, I haven't looked into their whether they've been granted bail, but maybe you can save us all having to call reports, including the fourth accused who is alleged to have been an accessory. Are any of the accused now out on bail?
I believe Ms. Mohammed is out on bail. Everyone else is still in custody.
Okay, one more question?
What would be involved in getting Mr. Ali back?
Well, I don't believe we have an extradition treaty with Somalia, so I'm hoping that either he sees this and makes arrangements to surrender, or his family talk him into surrendering. If he possibly travels to a country that does have an extradition treaty, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Ms. Mohammed, can you confirm that she was an employee of the South Riverdale Community Health Center? She was a harm reduction worker, correct? That's what's been reported on.
That's correct.
Okay. And obviously, it's been well reported on that the harm reduction center relies on street dealers, particularly with fentanyl, drug dealers, in front of the center. And so is it known at this point whether or not these three individuals had any connection to the fact that there were, over the last several years, many drug dealers congregating on that very, small half-block space in front of the center? Is there any, do you know if there's any connection to that activity in these three individuals?
All I can say is that these individuals, we believe, were drug dealers, and they were in the area.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.
That concludes the conference.